Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vapor Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Today I've got a review for you for a variable wattage device. This being the IPV version 2 50 watt device. This is the what Pioneer for you call the black version, but it's more of a charcoal. This was sent on to me by alligatorvapor.co.uk. Once again, thank you very much Phil and Mazen up at the store for the continued support with the devices for review. Now, on their website, this is currently priced at £61. Now, if I go to their website, it's also bundled with a free battery, and you can also have a reduced price atomizer and charge it. And it says to click here, so you click on it, and it takes you to where you can bundle options together for a cheaper price than what it would be to buy them separately. So on there you could choose from you could choose the mods actually, because the Sigali is due to come in, which is the Sigali 50 watt mod, which is due to come in, so you can choose which mod you want from this bundled section. So you can actually choose a ZNA 50, a Sigali, or the IPV version 2. Dates for the other two devices, the Sigali and the ZNA, are on their website when you choose the bundle. It says delivery date for the ZNA is 20th of September and the Sigali 5th of September, which is next week sometime. And then you can also choose your free battery and your atomizer and a charger, etc. But I'll let you guys to go onto the website to choose that. I'm just here today for this IPV 50 watt version 2 mod. Now, I've had this for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to put it through its paces, and with regards to quality, how the finish stands up, etc, etc. Now, I've got this currently at 12 watts, stupid idiot Carl, 12 watts, which is currently 5 volts on a 2.1 ohm coil, which is in this Aspire here. It's actually a 1.8 ohm coil, so it's obviously reading 0.3 more than what the actual coil is, because this is one of the BBC coils in this Aspire. So we'll take a toke on it. I've got some my review liquid in here, rhubarb and custard, and it's very, very nice in this Aspire tank with the BBC coil. As you can see, vapor. Yeah, obviously that's determined by the coil, but you know, this does push some voltage through the device. Now, it's a box style mod, as you can see. Now, Elegant Vapors just had another batch of this in, and some more stock in, so it is available currently in this colour. And that is their logo on there. So if you don't like this, you know, it'll be your personal preference if you don't like that logo on it, because that logo is on it. And then we'll go down for close-ups and have a look, but that's the Pioneer for You logo. There is a few marks on it that have appeared, and I haven't really done anything. It's more just handling it, to be honest. So you know, the finish on it is, although it's good, it's not brilliant after time, because I've only had it a couple of weeks, and it has scratched up a little bit in some places. The screen stayed quite scratch free, to be honest. There's no scratches on the screen at all. On the screen, we'll go down for close-ups and have a look, like I've said, but on the screen when you get it, there is a protective cover. There's also a protective cover on this plastic part here, and there's also a protective cover on the touch sensor, which I've turned off because it does me head in. It's a proper gimmick, that is. Anyway, it's an 18650 mod. I've got a 18650 VTC5 in here, Sony battery, which is chargeable via micro USB. Now it comes in a package like this, and we'll show you the close-ups of the package and what you get in the box and everything. USB cable's in that white box there on the side. That's just how they come packaged. Now, currently, it's been pretty good. In fact, it's been very good. I haven't had any problems with it at all. Charging, changing batteries, etc. This does have all the necessary safety with regards to battery insertion and stuff like that. It's got, I'll just tell you some of the details on it now from the website. It's great. It's obviously the manufacturer's Greenleaf or Pioneer for You warrants the device for 1 year against manufacturing defects. Elegant Vapor will offer the full support from customers that purchase this, as per usual. This is the SX330 chip, which is up to 50 watts, and it's got sort of a DNA looking layout on the device, if you can see that there. We'll go for close-ups and show you later anyway. It ranges from 7 watts all the way up to 50 watts, and it has a voltage range of 3.6 volts up to 8.5 volts with a flat signal power output. In other words, it hasn't got any of this pulse width modulation, so it doesn't keep going firing, not firing, firing, not firing. It fires down to 0.2 ohms, the resistance on your atomizer, and it fires up to 3 ohm resistance. So you've got a minimum of 0.2 ohms and up to 3 ohms maximum. It says it's got an accurate resistance meter, automatically adjusts voltage to produce required power. Now, I've been using this with the Aspire mainly, with 1.8 single coil BVCs in there, and it's been reading 0.2, between 0.1 and 0.3 out on this every time I screw it on. So read into that what you will. It's also got plus and minus buttons for your up and down. These also feature for other things, that's like the touch sensor, which you can turn on and off, which I'll show you on the close-ups, etc. Now, it has an LED screen with white OLED 0.96 inch display, battery life readout, and the dimensions are 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 2.2 centimeters. The touch sensor is a gimmick for me. I haven't used it at all. I used it in the first instance, and then I just started switching it off because it's not good at all. It has a locking mechanism on it to stop it firing, and it's got a temperature sensor inside it, which is supposed to be accurate to stop overheating and stuff, so it won't work if it's getting hot. An adjustable 510 connection. I'll come on to that in the close-ups with regards to atomizers, how they sit, etc. And that's it. That's all I can tell you first off the bat. We'll go down for close-ups after we've had a vape on it, and then we'll come back up and rate it and stuff like that. So we'll have a vape. So we'll see you down at the table. Thank you. Right guys, here we are close up with the device. Now, this is the box, obviously, and then this is the device here. Now, if we put the device just to one side for 1 second, we'll get the box open. Now, it comes with a little sleeve that you take off, and then you get the plastic box, and inside there you get a little screwdriver and spare screws. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spare screws in there, and a screwdriver, and then a user manual, which is just a basic user manual really. And in here is your USB cable, micro USB cable, end and the normal end there. It's about half a meter in length, sorry, that USB cable is. So let's bring in the device. Now this is the black version as it's marketed as, but it's actually charcoal. It's like a charcoal grey version. And they the two. This is your door screws there, 2 of them, the famous door screws, which have been either lost or cross-threaded, etc. There's the Pioneer for You logo. It's got like a brushed finish to it. Not brushed, but like a speckle finish to it. It is smooth though. Smoothish, not rough at all. On the top is your 510. Now, in here, we just get to turn autofocus off because we can get in and have a quick look. Right. In here is a brass 510 screw. Now, this can be screwed all the way out. For a demonstration, let's just say, because the Magma I've got here has quite a large in length 510, and that's what it looks like with the screw in. Now, to use the Magma, what I've been doing is just unscrewing this screw out of there totally, because underneath the screw there's your brass screw, tiny one, so don't lose it. In there, if you can see the light, you've got another brass contact in there. So when this screws on now, you've just lost some of the length on the 510, so it screws like that, and it still should fire. Yeah, that's it. So if you've got longer 510s, these taking that screw out will help, but not all atomizers work with the screw. Not all atomizers work with this screw out. So let's just put this screw back in again. Getting it back in is not brilliant, but I got it that time. So let's screw that all the way down. But it is adjustable, as you can see, because you can screw it in and out. So that's it. Now that's the 510. So what we've got now is the touch sensor on the top. Now, to turn this touch sensor on, it's hold power button and the plus button, touch on. To turn it off, it's hold power button and the minus, and that's touch off. Then to lock the device, you hold both the plus and the minus button, and that locks it. Then you can't fire it with anything. System off. Look, you can turn it off, but you can't. It won't fire. So turn it back on again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 click on, 5 click off. It comes up with your IPV2 Pioneer logo and everything, and then you see, even when you turn it off like that, it says please unlock. So you've got to hold the plus and the minus again. Try it. There you go. Unlock. So there we are. Now this is currently obviously at 12 watts. Now, if you decide to take the battery out of here and replace the battery, put the battery in again, by taking the battery out and putting another battery in, it defaults back to 15 watts. So just be wary of that. It does default back to 15 watts if you take the battery out of it. So the buttons are very clicky. I just feel that when the device first came out, it feels not cheap, but it feels a bit toyish. Feels a bit like a toy. The materials used here, it's like a thin aluminium, but it doesn't feel with a battery, and it's a bit better. When I picked it up without the battery, and it does really feel like plastic, like as light as plastic, if you know what I mean. That's the best way you can describe it. Now, let's take the screws out. And I'm just using my screwdriver here. Hopefully I won't lose the screws. It's just, sorry if I go off camera slightly. And then take this one out. It was a Sony I think I had in here before. It might be an e-fest. I'm not sure if it's a Sony or an e-fest. I think it was a green Sony, I think. There you go. Yeah, Sony VTC5 in there. It is green. It looks quite blue on the camera. But I think you've got a serial number here inside. It's quite nice in there, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what it's like underneath here, but it's quite nice and neat in there. And nipple tops are the ones I've tried are a no-go in this. I've tried nipple tops in this in high amp. I've tried Sony nipple tops and they just don't fit at all. You haven't got much on the spring at the bottom there when you take it out. So just take this out. I can show you them then. There's the pin. There's a brass pin at the bottom, the top there. So yeah, that's the inside. So if you put your battery in the wrong way, it has got the protection on. This has. It's not like an evolved chip. So we'll put the screws back in, hopefully, on camera. To be honest, I haven't had a problem with the screws at all with the device. So that's one in. Let's see if I can get this one in. Lovely jubbly. That's what I like to see. I don't screw them screws tight at all. Just nip them up. So what we'll do now is we'll turn the device on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the. I'll just change the focus slightly. There you go. So that's what you get. So it's 5 clicks on. Now what you'll see now is, because I've taken the battery out, look, it's gone to 15 watts. That's the default 15 watts. And it's got 1 ohm on there, but there's nothing attached to it at the moment. So, you know, that's a bit of a, that should say open or something there really, because it's got nothing attached to it. And I have fired it, look, but it's still showing 1 ohm. So, and there's not much battery power left in this battery. So, but let's screw an aspire on it. And then you've got no gap with the aspire. It has got a spring-loaded pin anyway at the bottom there. So let me just fire it, and there you go. See, the voltage has changed to 5.6 volts from 3.8 because it's sensing the atomizer now because it's saying 2.1 ohms. So we'll knock that down a bit. If you hold it, it does scroll quite too quickly, in my opinion. It starts off slow, then goes really quick. You have to be very careful if you go in. It hasn't got any round robin on it, so you can't go any higher than 50. You have to go right the way back down again. So we'll go down to 12 watts. See what I mean? It just goes past quite quickly. There's 12 watts. So, and as you change it, the wattage does change. The voltage does change as well. As you change it, you'll see say it's 5.1 there now. Sorry if the LED's causing problems with the camera, but it does change as you, without firing it, the voltage output. The evolved chip sort of senses it when you fire. Right, so that's it. I don't know if you can see some of the marks on around the edges here. There's a few little scrapes and scratches around the bottom, and I haven't dropped it, and it hasn't been in a pocket with my keys. A few marks there at the top. These are just wear marks on the device. There's your micro USB with your 3 lights on the bottom for your LED when you plug it in. These will show red, and that's your battery venting holes for the device at the bottom. All in all, pretty decent box mod for the money and for what it does. And it looks quite nice with most of the stuff that I'm just getting my focus back in. It looks quite nice with everything I've attached to it. A little bit of an overhang on both sides with a 22mm device, but let's just show you with I've showed it with the Magma on already because I've done the test of the 510. This is a Aspire Mini Nautilus, which looks quite good on there as well, in my opinion, apart from the cock and balls on the stainless steel tank. Still can't go over that design. So what's showing up there, let's just get the focus back. See, that's showing 1.8 ohms on that coil, but they're both the same. That's a 1.6 ohm coil, sorry, in there, in the Mini Nautilus. That's showing 1.8. So, I mean, on average, it's 0.2 out the ohms checker on this, compared to with the Aspire Nautilus coils that I've been using with the Aspire Nautilus on here mainly. It's always been 0.2 out, sometimes 0.3. But there we go. And it just lights up like when you fire it like an Evolve chip. So that's the close-ups, guys. We'll go back up to the top, and we'll have a speak about it and rate it and stuff. And hopefully I've told you everything about it, what I can, close up. So we'll see you back up the top. Alright guys, welcome back. Stuck the Aspire Nautilus back on it. We'll have a few vapes on it. See what, because I need a vape anyway. It's been a very, very good device. When I first got it a couple of weeks ago, I thought, with holding it and stuff, I thought, that ain't going to last long at all. But I have dropped it once on the carpet at home, not on a hard surface. I have dropped it up at the vapor shop, which was quite funny. The till opened up and it knocked it off onto the floor, but onto carpet, and no harm to it. It just feels a little bit cheap in your hand, but it is. It's using the Yihee SX330 chip, like I said, and it's the main benefit for this is you can put sub-ohm stuff on there. But obviously, you know, please be aware with battery safety. I know it's a regulated device, but please be aware with the sub-ohm stuff. If you're putting drippers on there, sub-ohm, that you've got your battery in there that's going to handle it. Speak to your vendor when you're buying it, or speak to people on the forum. There's plenty of help out there. There's a good battery safety dossier on Phil Basado's tasteyourjuice.com website, which is very, very good. I use that a lot. And just put the right batteries in for your coils, please, because we can't stress enough that we don't need any more bad press with regards to batteries and sub-ohming and stuff like that. So just be aware. I've always got a VTC5 or an EFES 35 amp in here anyway. Most of my batteries now are 30 amps and over that I use, just to be safe, really. So we'll have one last toke, then I'll wrap it up. Lovely. This is lovely, this juice is from Mrs. B's e-cig Wizard juice. I've just done a review on rhubarb and custard. It's very nice in the tank. When I did the review, I did it on the dripper, but it's really nice in this BBC, on these BBC coils. Really nice. So innokinvapor.co.uk is where you can get the device from. There is variations of how you can put a package together on their website. The mod itself on its own is £61, but you can't, like I've said before, you can add different things to it to make, if you're after an atomizer as well, or if you want to pre-order one of the other devices that are coming in the next week or two. There's the NA clone and the Sigali 50 watt is also coming in. The Sigali's in next week, I think, and there's the NA the week after. So, innokinvapor.co.uk is the website where you can get it from. I'm on the AAEC forum, affiliated member of there, which you can also leave a comment on, because these videos, as all my videos, go to the review section on there. You can catch me on Google+, on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you all for subscribing. I've got a vlog to do shortly, but I'm back at work again for another 4 days, so I have got a vlog to do shortly. But I just want to thank you for all the subscribers. I'll do a quick update now on the innokin. I had a message from, I did a safety issue on the innokin 128. Phil Basardo sent me a message saying that he spoke to innokin myself. I've heard nothing again from innokin, which I believe, which to me as a reviewer, that's not good. When I think I've got an issue with a battery that they supply and are still supplying, and I haven't seen any statement on their website. This is what I've got off Phil Basardo. He says that they will be changing the board out in that 128, the 1280 battery, so it won't fire below 1.2 ohms. That's it. He mentioned nothing about it not detecting the short. So I'm assuming if they change the board out, it will detect the shorted atomizer, because obviously if that shorted atomizer is still putting out, I don't know, 0.01, it might still be firing it, which it was. So I don't know. Anyway, innokin have not got back to me as a reviewer, or the on the messaging. I've got a contact on Facebook Messenger who said he would get back to me in a couple of days. That was last weekend. So what I've had back off Phil Basardo after him speaking to innokin. So I just want to give you a quick heads up on that, guys. But the battery itself, I haven't used it since the review. I won't use it because of the said problems that I pointed out to you and showed you on the video. Once again, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next review. So thanks very much. Bye.